Welcome back, Better 5, to 7 days of our indoor walking workouts, day 3. Let's go ahead, get started by checking in with our space, making sure we've got some space around us. If you need a support for balance, please have that nearby. Keep that water nearby. If you don't have it, feel free to pause me, come right on back. And let's check in on our posture. Let's make sure our shoulders are back and down away from our ears. Our knees, our toes are about hip width apart. Bracing with those bellies, that provides us that stability in the presence of instability while we move. Let's go ahead and get started very slowly with just those feet. Setting that intention for our class today. Do you have a steps goal you're trying to hit? Is this part of your daily goal for movement? Just reflect on that as we get those feet moving a little bit. Let's go ahead, up that intensity. Find that comfortable intensity, that comfortable pace. Just with those feet for this first minute. Find that pace. Settling right on in. Checking in on our posture, checking in on how we're walking. Are our knees going inwards? Are they going straight ahead? "30 more seconds of these, and we'll bring in those arms. You can keep those hands on their hips. Finding that comfortable pace. 15 seconds. All right, Better 5. When you're ready, let's go ahead and add in those arms. We're just going to walk for 2 minutes. Getting that stride. Setting that intention, building that intensity. And remember, we're moving our arms and our legs in opposition, training that brain. We're training our hearts, training our bodies. Moving those feet. This is a nice kind of walking with purpose intensity. We're getting through the mall. We're Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. Or we're running a little bit late, but you don't want to be that person running in the supermarket. Nice intentional walk with purpose here. So close, we've got 1 more minute, halfway through just our walking. We'll make things a little bit more exciting. So close, Better 5. Walking, moving those hands in opposition. Sometimes you need to stop, check in, kind of look down, see what's happening. And our first movement of the day, we're going to keep those arms moving. Then we're going to step, touch with those heels. So really flexed foot, all the way out, all the way back down. And we're going to keep those hands moving in opposition. Heel taps. Really, really work on that dorsiflexion. Almost visualize you're pressing the instep of your foot to your shin. That's how intense we want that flexion to be. To help stretch out those calves, strengthen those muscles that help lift our toes, the dorsiflexion of our foot. 30 more seconds. Really intentional heel taps. So close. And then to work on a little bit of opposition to that movement, our next movement is going to be kicking ourselves in the bum with our heels, stretching out those quadricep muscles, working on that flexion of our hamstrings. So when we're ready, heels come up, hands can be on our hips here, right in behind us. Or if you feel so inclined, let's keep working on that coordination. Pump those arms. All the way up. Almost like when we see those sprinters warming up, those speed skaters warming up in the Olympics. You'll often see them going back and forth, kicking themselves in the bum. We've got 15 more seconds of these ones. And then we're going to introduce a new movement to our walking workout today. We're going to do some side steps. And what those are going to look like is we're going to keep those hands pumping. We're going to step side to side, almost like a speed skater, or like we're pivoting around obstacles. Side to side, keep those hands pumping, keep those feet stepping. Let's see if we can hit our steps goal for today. Side to side, chest is staying nice and proud. Already halfway there, 30 more seconds of these guys. Staying nice and proud, light on those feet, checking in on that intensity. How are we feeling? And 10 more seconds of these. And then as we prepare to get into our upper body portion, let's go ahead and get into those step touches. We know these. 1 minute of these. Working on that coordination, that kind of soft crunch, that soft twist as we pump our arms in opposition. Check in on that speed. Do we need to adjust it a little bit because we know some coordination movements are coming in? Checking in on that speed, that coordination. I'm going to dial mine back a little bit so I can make sure I'm focusing on these movements. And our first one here, we're going to bring those hands out in front of us. We're going to do our rows. So like we're starting 2 lawnmowers. We're sawing 2 logs. Driving back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Stepping with our step touches. Almost looks like we're going to start break dancing, but let's keep those elbows nice and tight to our bodies. Really tight. Shoulders are back and down, like you're pinching $1 million check in between those shoulder blades. Or even better, your favorite pen. Those always seem to disappear. You've got your favorite pen in between those shoulder blades. Starting those lawnmowers. So close. We've got 10 more seconds of these ones. And then, as always, what we do on the posterior side of the body, we will do on the anterior, the front. So let's stand ourselves a little bit straighter. Hands up in fighter position. We're step touching and punching forward. Keeping those hands right up about shoulders height. And those shoulders are down and away from our ears. We're not wearing our shoulders as earrings. And we're working in opposition. So see how when my right hand punches out, my left foot goes out. And vice versa. Training our brains, training our hearts, and training those bodies. 30 more seconds here. All right, 10 more seconds. And then we're just going to march it out, cool things down, slow things down, pat yourself on the back, hard parts over. All right, let's slow things down. Taking your time here, cooling that body down. Let's bring that breath down from outer space. We'll bring that heart rate down from outer space. Slowing those arms, those legs down. Let's go ahead, take those arms right out of it. Just walking those feet. We've moved from a walk with purpose to a nice leisurely walk. And then a really slow one. We've got our niece, our nephew behind us, and they're dilly-dallying behind us. So we're walking really slow, trying to hint at them to catch up. And then we slowly get to just like a little step touch, like we're in a choir. And then when you're ready, better 5, let's go ahead and stop those feet. Taking a breath, let's stretch it out. Let's go left side first today. Left foot comes out, heel is flexed, toes are facing the ceiling. Drop that chest down. Let's spend about 3 breaths here. Bring yourselves back up, switching sides. Right foot comes out, heel is planted on the floor, that toe is facing the sky. Drop that chest down. Amazing. We're going to switch up our stretches a little bit today. I want you to step your left foot a little bit wider out in front of you. And let's lean in like we're lunging. Keep that back right leg nice and straight. We'll spend about 3 breaths here. Bring yourselves back to center. Let's switch sides. Right foot comes forward. Nice straight back left foot. Pressing forward and through. Deep lunge. When we're ready, let's bring ourselves back to center. Holding on to that wall, that countertop, that chair for support if we need. Let's lift up our right foot and let's draw 5 circles on the ground with our toes. And drop it down. Switching side, left foot comes up. And let's draw 5 circles. And let's drop it down. We did work our upper bodies today, so let's go ahead, lacing those fingers behind our backs. See if you can create a little bit of a distance, dropping those shoulders away from the ears, stretch out that chest. And then let's do some great big shoulder circles, bringing those shoulders up to our ears, all the way back down. Let's do 5 of these. Perfect. Now let's take that right hand, bring it across our body like we're giving ourselves a hug. We should feel a nice stretch along our posterior deltoid here. Drop that hand down, switching sides. There we go. And pat yourself on the back. We've done it. This has been day 3 of our 7-day indoor walking series. We'll see you on day 4.